Welcome to Yoga with Leanne. I am Leanne and I'm so glad that you are back for more yoga with the story. Today's story is going to be a little bit different because it's going to be a rhyming story. I'm going to read it first and then we're going to do it. So before you read the story, let's warm up, breathing in through our noses and breathing out and just sighing and noticing where you are and noticing how you are. I hope that you feel great, and if you don't feel great, that's okay, because yoga just might make you feel a little bit better. Take your arms up to this side and breathe your arms up, look up, reach up, and wiggle your fingers at the top. And then bring your arms all the way back down as you breathe out and look down. So we're stretching our neck, we're stretching our arms, we're stretching our shoulders, we're stretching our breath. And come all the way back down. Look over one shoulder, look over the other shoulder. Rolling your head around really slowly and noticing how your neck, head, and shoulders feel today. Take both of your arms and give yourself a great big hug. Welcoming this moment, welcoming your body and your breath and every part of you. So I like to close my eyes as I give myself a hug and release. All right, I'll read the story or the poem. Let's begin. It's called The Chair. I might give you a hint as to some of the yoga poses for today. This is a story about a chair who had no hair and who just didn't care. His name was Fred Astaire, and all he did was sit and stare. One day a lizard and a bug came rolled up in a rug, drinking hot tea from a mug, and they both shrugged. When they saw the chair named Fred Astaire sitting with neither a care nor a hair, "What's going on? Why don't you play?" was the only thing that they had to say. But Fred Astaire didn't blink or care or even move. He just didn't dare. Just then a kangaroo hopped in the room with a broom and a spoon, having just returned from the moon. "What's going on with that chair over there? Why won't he share? Why doesn't he care?" This just won't do for this kangaroo, so he took off his shoe and he started to moo. "Watch me, you will see how I can be a tree or a cat or a bat. Yes, imagine that. And if I were a chair, I wouldn't just sit there. I would bend, I would twist. Yes, I would insist. Try it this way and that. Now put on a hat and balance a bat. Just do what he said, and you will have fun. You will breathe as you please. There is nothing to lose. There is nothing to prove when you do as you choose. So be free and have fun until the day is done." The end. All right, our job is to remember some of the rhyming words that we used in that yoga poem story. Very silly, mind you, but we can do it together. So I'm going to take off my socks. I'll invite you to do the same thing if you're still wearing your socks, wherever you are, coming on down to the floor, coming onto your hands and knees, for a little bit of spinal flexion before we begin with our chair pose. Since the poem is called The Chair, I assume you remember that we will be doing that pose. So looking up, breathing in, rounding your back, breathing out. Two more like that. Great big breaths, warming up the spine. Rolling it out. Cat pose and cow pose. You know what to do. You can even meow and you can even move. Round it up, hold it here at the top, tuck your toes under, lifting your hips up into the sky, pressing into your hands, coming up into our first downward dog of today's yoga story. Nod your head yes and shake your head no, pedal out your feet, breathing in deep. And then let's slowly walk our feet towards our hands and our hands towards our feet. Nodding our head yes and no here, nice ragdoll pose. Get really loose like spaghetti in the arms, and then slowly rolling all the way up to standing. Rolling your shoulders back. We made it. All right. So from here, we are going to do our chair pose. Your feet can be about hip width apart, and you're going to pretend that you're sitting into a chair. So the poem was called The Chair. So let's come into a chair who doesn't have any hair, who just sits and stares. He doesn't even care. I wonder what that feels like in your body to be that chair right now. Can you sit a little bit lower? Chair pose takes a lot of strength and a lot of concentration and a lot of focus and a lot of balance. Can you practice now being a chair? If you're still in your chair and you haven't taken a break, it's going to get even harder. Bigger challenge. Arms up, reaching up to the sky, being a chair who just stares. He doesn't care. He doesn't dare. He has no hair. And relax your chair pose. Come all the way back up. So what happens next in the story? Do you remember in the poem, we have a chair, and then who came in? A lizard and a bug. Do you remember that part? All right, let's come into lizard pose. 1 foot in front, 1 foot in back, like a low lunge. But both hands come onto the inside of the foot, and you're going to bend your elbows and come back up and breathe. This is lizard. Bend them again and breathe. One more time, lizards. Very nice, very strong. And then put your hands on the other side of your foot again. Bring both feet behind you into plank pose. And then bring the other foot forward into lizard on the other side. Both hands come on the inside of the foot. Bend your elbows. A lizard and a bug. I think they were drinking hot tea from a mug. Do you remember that? Keep breathing. Nice, strong lizards. And bring your hands on the other side of your foot and bring it back into your plank pose. All right, hold it here. We're going to hop between our hands on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, hop. Now come onto your back and be a bug. Wiggle your arms and legs at the top. Wiggle, 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 and breathe. Wiggle, 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 and freeze. A lizard and a bug were drinking hot tea from a mug. And they were very confused when they saw that chair. Come back into chair pose. Make your way all the way back to standing. Slowly rolling it up. Rolling your shoulders back. Breathing it in. Sitting back into that chair. There you are again. And they were very confused. They asked that chair. The chair didn't answer. And just then, who came in? A kangaroo. Yes, so let's hop a few times to be a kangaroo. Hop, hop, hop. And shake it out. Hop, hop. Hop and shake it out. Hop, hop, hop. The kangaroo came into the room with a broom. Make your arms really stick like a broom. And he had just come back from the moon, right? Breathe it back up, other side, half moon pose. And other side again. Good, stretch and breathe. And reach and stretch and breathe. And rain your fingers all the way down. And that kangaroo was very confused looking at that chair who just sat there. So back into chair pose. And you know what the kangaroo said? I wouldn't just sit there. I wouldn't, not even if I dared. He would have some fun. So the kangaroo showed the chair how to not just sit there and stare. So we're going to become a twisting chair, just like the kangaroo suggested. So opposite elbow to opposite knee, we're going to twist it over. Are you ready? Breathe in first. And then twist it and look up. A twisting chair. See, chair pose can be fun. You can stare up at the ceiling this way and come back to the middle. Stay strong, stay focused. Other opposite knee to elbow to opposite knee. Look up at the ceiling or the sky if you're outside. And breathe and twist and have fun. And come back to center and smile. And then shake out your chair and be a ridiculous, moving, silly, fun, hyper chair. Bring your shoulders up to your ears and down. Shrug it a few times. There were some shrugs that happened in this poem too. Shrug it up and down. One more time. Shrug, shrug, shrug. And down. Really relax your arms. Really relax your shoulders. And let's come back to a seat. So there were some very interesting poses there. We had a chair and a kangaroo and a lizard, and we had a bug. So many fun, and twisting chair even, which was amazingly fun. Let's finish our yoga class today with some seated twists. One hand to opposite knee, and just twist and breathe and look behind you. Focus. Hands in namaste, back to center. Breathe in. And then twist to the other side. Breathe. Relax into your twist. Don't push. Don't shove. Just be as you are. Breathing back to center. And a little smile, because yoga is so good for your body, on your physical body or on the outside, but also and most importantly on the inside. So remember that it's fun to play yoga and to imagine being different things and to explore different ways of moving your body and feeling into your breath. I'm proud of you for doing yoga with me today. I hope you had fun, and we'll do yoga again really soon. But for today, my awesome sees your awesome, and we'll see you soon.